Hello, I'm Pintun from OdishaTV.in bringing you today's news from Odisha. First, the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates the National Institute of Science, Education and Research, NISER, at Jatni in Khurda district. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls upon young scientists to work for the preservation of solar power and find new innovative ways to save energy. Odisha's first Bondi MLA Dambaru Sisa gets an invitation from United States of America to attend a leadership program. Odisha Pradesh Congress Committee President Prasad Harichandan says Congress had conceived IOCL refinery at Paradip, not BJD or BJP. And Block Grant College teachers threaten to stage protest from February 9th if their demands go unfulfilled. Now the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Sunday inaugurated the National Institute of Science, Education and Research, NISER, at Jatni in Khurda. The Prime Minister left for NISER campus from Raj Bhavan at Bhubaneswar at around 8:30 in the morning. He reached the campus of the Science Institute in a special flight at around 9 a.m. He was welcomed by the students of the institute. Among others, Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik, Governor S.C. Jamir, Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, Union Tribal Affairs Minister Joel Waram were present during the inauguration of the premier Science Institute. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also felicitated Lalita Prasida Sripada Sri Sai, who won the top award at Google Science Fair. Asa worker Jamuna Mani Singh from Balesore, who worked towards malaria eradication, and student scientist Srikant Sahu from Nabarangpur, who won a national skill contest. While addressing the gathering at the Science Institute, Modi asked authorities to make it a greenest campus of India in 2 years. Besides, he also asked the students of NISER to hold workshops and training programs for school teachers across the country. He also appealed to students of NISER to visit science schools and encourage the students in the field of new innovation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today called upon young scientists to work for the preservation of solar power and to find new innovative ways to save energy. Odisha is the land of sun, as the Sun Temple is here. A major challenge ahead of us is to harness solar power. Can we make the best use of sunlight here to preserve solar power? Modi asked while addressing budding scientists during the inauguration ceremony of the National Institute of Science, Education and Research at Khurda. This campus should think about solar technology, zero discharge, he added. Emphasizing the need to save energy, the Prime Minister gave the example of invention of LED bulbs. If LED bulbs are used as street light in at least 100 cities, we can save around 2000 megawatt energy. Can't we make the use of such bulbs even in houses to save energy in great extent? He asked. The Prime Minister also lauded scientists and professors for innovating newer ways of doing things. Our scientists and professors are always thinking about doing something or the other that's new. They are always researching and innovating. India's space mission has made a mark across the world. The moment innovation stops, systems lose their life. Innovation is the need of the hour for every society and every era, he said. Innovation is a need of every society and every generation, but the ill effect of science should not fall on life and environment, he pointed out.
साइंटिफिक टेम्पर कैसे डेवलप हो, ये हमारे लिए बहुत आवश्यक होता है। और इसलिए क्या हम उड़ीसा के जो साइंस टीचर हैं उनको 5 दिन का, 7 दिन का, 10 दिन का नाइसर में कोई कोर्सेज कर सकते हैं, ताकि गांव के स्कूल के साइंस के टीचर भी और उनको यहां के जो आपके 700-800 स्टूडेंट हैं उनके ग्रुप के साथ जोड़ना चाहिए, ताकि ये नए स्टूडेंट जो हैं जो नया विज्ञान जानते हैं, नई चीजें जानते हैं, वो उनसे बातें करें। नहीं तो क्या होता है, पुरानी जो हमारे पिताजी पढ़े होंगे, हमारे पिताजी के पिताजी पढ़े होंगे, वो जो नोटबुक होती है उसी से प्रोफेसर अभी भी पढ़ाते हैं। देखिए, बदलाव स्वीकार करना पड़ेगा, हमें नयापन लाना पड़ेगा, हर चीज में इनोवेशन चाहिए, और इसलिए उस इनोवेशन के लिए हम हमारे उसी प्रकार से हमारे यहाँ साइंस फेयर होते हैं।
The entire Bonda community in Odisha's Malkangiri district is on cloud 9 after Dambaru Sisa, the 33-year-old BJD MLA from Chitrakonda assembly seat in the district belonging to the particularly vulnerable tribal group, has got an invitation from the United States of America to attend a leadership program. Sources said the MLA, the first Bonda to hold a master's degree, will attend the International Visitor Leadership Program to be held in the USA in May this year. The US Consulate General has invited Sisa to attend the prestigious event, which attracts around 5,000 international visitors every year. The MLA is scheduled to stay in the United States of America from May 9 to 28, sources added. Recently, Bonda couple Samari Sisa and Dabalu Sisa were invited by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the occasion of Republic Day celebrations in New Delhi. Sisa, a postgraduate in mathematics, was doing a constable's job in the CRPF before becoming the first member from the Bonda community to be elected as an MLA. Bonda tribe, identified as one of the 13 PVTGs in Odisha, are found only in Odisha's Malkangiri district. The literacy rate among the Bondas is just 8%. Notably, the International Visitor Leadership Program is the US Department of State's premier professional exchange program. Through short-term visits to the United States, current and emerging foreign leaders in a variety of fields experience this country firsthand and cultivate lasting relationships with their American counterparts. Professional meetings reflect the participants' professional interests and support the foreign policy goals of the United States. Each year, nearly 5,000 international visitors come to the United States on the IVLP. More than 2 lakh international visitors have engaged with Americas through the IVLP, including more than 335 current or former chiefs of state or heads of governments.
बड़ भाई जाऊँ आज अमेरिका मोटे बहुत खुशी कहीं चित्रकुंडा निर्वाचन मंडल आमर बंडा भाई गोटे एमएलए पाई से जाऊँ बोले हमको बहुत खुशी
से भाव में खुशीर एवं गर्वर कथा जे बंडा जनजाति तरफ विगत दिन में दिल्ली जाते दी जन दंपति एवं मोर नंबर आसी जड़े यंग लीडर हिसाब से देश को प्रतिनिधित्व करने मालकानगिरी जिलूर गोटे आदिवासी अध्युषित अंचल बंडा अंचल अमेरिका जावाटा यहाँ गर्व एवं गौरवर कथा से समस्त मो तरफ आंतरिक धन्यवाद.
Cornered in the tug of war between ruling BJD and the BJP to take credit for IOCL's refinery at Paradip ahead of its inauguration, the Congress party woke up on Saturday to claim that the contribution of the two parties towards the development of the port town is zero. Whatever development is seen in Paradip today is solely because of Congress. You talk about Paradip Port, Paradip Phosphates Limited or the refinery. All the big ticket projects were conceptualized during the time of Congress. Odisha Pradesh Congress Committee President Prasad Harichandan said at a press meet in Bhubaneswar on Saturday. The BJP and BJD are in the race to claim credit for the big project. But I want to mention here that in 1992, the then Chief Minister of Odisha, late Biju Patnaik, had written a letter to Petroleum Minister B. Sankaranand regarding the project and had requested to take steps to set it up. The decision to establish it in Odisha was taken by the then Prime Minister Narasimha Rao in 1992, Harichandan said. During 1997-98, the Congress government of J.B. Patnaik had agreed to extend cooperation and provide facilities including tax concessions for the project, he said. Criticizing both the parties for their anti-development approach, the Congress leaders said PPL was established in 1981 when Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister. But after disinvestment of PPL, only 19% is left with the centre, he stated. On the other hand, the BJD, which has been seeking credit for the project since Modi's dedication ceremony of the 15 MTPA refinery has been scheduled, said the former Chief Minister Biju Patnaik should be given the credit for this.
बीजेडी बाटो गाड़िला बीजेपी बंद कला कांग्रेस आरंभ करिथिला कांग्रेस सारिला केवल दांडेरे पड़ी हाटेरे गडुनी बीजेडी बीजेपी भीतर ए युद्ध ये थाना कचेरी हेलेनी एतला परस्पर नारे देलेनी भीतरे कोलाकोली बाहरे सुआंग कली
पीए सरकार अवदान नाही बोली लिखा जाइछि कि ए परिकल्पना थिला बिजू बाबूंकर एवं ए संक्रांत चूड़ांत निष्पत्ति एवं को शुभ देवारे अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी अवदान थिला एवं परवर्ती अवस्था रे विभिन्न सरकार विभिन्न प्रधानमंत्री ताकू ए दिगरे सहायता रखिचंती.
In the wake of the death of two whales whose carcasses were found along the sea coast in Odisha's Ganjam and Kendrapada districts, the State Environment and Forest Department has decided to apprise the Ministry of Forest and Environment of the unusual death of the giant marine mammals. Reports said the carcasses of a whale measuring 33 feet in length with a diameter of 12 feet was sighted at Podampetta coast in Ganjam district on February 3, while the carcass of another whale measuring 66 feet in length was found at Chinsiri mouth at Rajnagar in Kendrapada district on February 5. Prior to this, carcasses of more than 60 whales were sighted along the coast in Tamil Nadu a month ago. According to Vijay Kumar Sahu, a marine expert of the state, discharge of industrial effluents could be the reason of the death of the whales. Referring to the death of a whale along Podampetta coast in Ganjam district, he said, since there is no industry in this area, it can be said that the climatic change might be the other reason. In the meanwhile, environmentalists have expressed grave concern over the large-scale death of the olive ridley sea turtles along the Gahirmatha coast. The locals have blamed the forest department for the death of these giant turtles.
এটা পাকাপাকি কিছু অসুবিধা না থাকবো আমার কোস্ট পাখরে অসুবিধা না থাকবো এটা ডিপ সিরে কিছু অসুবিধা ହେଇଛି तमे मिनिस्ट्री को लिखिबु मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट एंड फॉरेस्ट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया को कि सेमाने किछि पदक्षेप नियंतु डीप सी रे.
The state government has asked all mineral bearing districts to create district mineral fund by March this year. Mines Minister Prafulla Malik told media persons in Bhubaneswar on Saturday. The fund will take care of developmental activities in mineral bearing districts, sources in the department said. The minister informed that existing mining leaseholders would be required to pay 30% of the total royalty to DMFs, which will be set aside for various developmental activities in the affected areas of districts.
डिस्ट्रिक्ट मिनरल फंड कथा आम कही मार्च मास सुधा सबुठे डिस्ट्रिक्ट मिनरल फंड गठन को जो ट्रस्ट गठन हो मार्च पर एप्रिल मास आम मिनरल फंड जो जिले में जी आदा हम से अनुपात से जिला को बंटा जो अफेक्ट एरिया को दिज्व से विभिन्न डेभलपमेंट काम और इंडिविजुअल बेनिफिट आम व्यवस्था करूँ.
The Commissionerate Police, which returned from Visakhapatnam on Saturday after conducting a search operation in a rented house, have seized some documents and found conclusive evidence about Deepu Malik, one of the henchmen of the Dalasamant brothers who has been missing since 2013. Notably, the Commissionerate Police, during the search of a flat of Dalasamant brothers at Lorwen Residency apartment along the beach road in Vizag on Friday, had seized a gun, 35 live bullets, a desktop, a driving license of Deepu Malik and his passport-sized photograph. Police have started examining the hard disk of the desktop and hope to get vital clues on the modus operandi of these two brothers. Deepu was one of the active members of the Dalasamant gang and a sharp shooter, but he mysteriously disappeared in 2013. Following his missing, Deepu's father had lodged a complaint with the Chauliaganj police alleging that his son has been murdered by the Dalasamant brothers. Meanwhile, police are in search of the passports of the Dalasamant brothers. Since these two brothers had gone to foreign countries on a number of occasions in different names, police suspect that they must have more than one passport.
दीपू मल्लिकरा ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस फोटोग्राफ गोटे सीज कराई दिस इज पार्ट ऑफ द एविडेंस गोला काली और तार दिन पूर्व बहुत जगह रे जो हम पाखरे इनफॉरमेशन विभिन्न चैनल रो आसुची इवन पब्लिक एवे इनफॉरमेशन देवा आरंभ कलनी केतेटा जगह रे रेड कराई थिला लोक माने को अना हेची से माने को पचरा उचरा करा होची जो माने अगेंस्ट किछि क्रिमिनल किंबा एंटी सोशल एक्टिविटी रा हमें संधान पाइबु निश्चय से माने अगेंस्ट में एक्शन.
As if it seems there is no end to strike by the teaching community in the state, following a fresh agitation threat emerged today after the Private Lecturers Association threatened to hit the streets next week if their demands go unfulfilled. According to reports, teaching and non-teaching staff belonging to the 488 category block Grant College Association and All Odisha 662 category lecturers and employees association have threatened to stage protest from February 9 if the government would not fulfill their demand of regularizing their jobs. Therefore, all staff of 488 category block grant colleges will stage dharna at lower PMG at Bhubaneswar from February 9 for an indefinite period, Naik threatened. They also warned that if the government would not listen to their demands, then they will stop evaluating +2 and +3 papers, which is scheduled to held between February 16 and March 2.
उच्च शिक्षारू ब्लॉक ग्रांट उच्छेद करा जाऊ समस्तंकु अनुदान परिसरभुक्त करा जाऊ एवं 2008 जोर असंगति दूरीकरण करा जाऊ यही दुईटी दायी राज्य सरकार विभिन्न समय आमको कथा दौरान कि कम परिणत करना या प्रतिवाद में आम आगामी 9 तारिख में पुनर्बार राज्यर समस्त 662 वर्ग कॉलेज बंद रहा समस्त कर्मचारी माने मास सेल राशि लोअर पीएमजी अहोरात्र धारणा बस रहे.
The Odisha government has decided to provide Pakka houses to all registered construction workers. Chief Minister Navin Patnaik will inaugurate the new scheme in the state capital on February 20. A decision to this effect was taken at a high-level meeting presided over by the Chief Minister at the State Secretariat at Bhubaneswar on Saturday. Talking to newsmen after the meeting, Labour Minister Prafulla Malik said the state government would invest rupees 1 lakh on a Pakka house for each registered construction worker. The Labour Department would provide the money to the Panchayati Raj Department, which would take up the construction work after identifying genuine beneficiaries. The minister, however, clarified that only construction workers having no Pakka houses and not alerted houses under any other scheme of the state government will be eligible for the Pakka houses under the new scheme. Before wrapping up, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates the National Institute of Science, Education and Research, NISER, at Jatni in Khurda district. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls upon young scientists to work for the preservation of solar power and find new innovative ways to save energy. Odisha's first Bondi MLA, Dambaru Sisa, gets an invitation from United States of America to attend a leadership program. Odisha Pradesh Congress Committee President Prasad Harichandan says Congress had conceived IOCL refinery at Paradip, not BJD or BJP. And Block Grant College teachers threaten to stage protest from February 9 if their demands go unfulfilled. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.